It's Resident Horror. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today, Nintendo has to hold this L. The consumer has to hold this L. The hype for the Nintendo Switch 2 is dying down. At least for me. It has flatlined. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Let's get into this. And here's why. The Nintendo Switch 2 hype is dying down. I was so excited for the Nintendo Switch 2 because I love physical games. And Nintendo was one of the few companies that still gave us physical games by way of cartridge. And I like the cartridge better than the disc. I think they last longer, they're very compact, they're really cool, and you can take these games on the go. So that was a major plus. Physical game ownership with Nintendo. So I was hyped. The other thing was, I thought the system was priced reasonably well the first Switch. Good pricing, decent price games. For the most part, you can get all your games between $40 to $60 with a few in the 70s, here and there. Okay, we're all good. So here comes the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. And the hype was through the roof when it started. When I seen the games, first of all, the games, Dust Bloods, wow, blown back. I seen Donkey Kong 2 looking A1 sauce, thrown back, laid back in awe. I saw Mario Kart World in awe. Hyrule Warriors in awe. Street Fighter 6 in awe. You mean I can take Street Fighter on the go and it looks like this? Are you kidding me, Kirby? Not too excited about that, but it looked good. GameCube games. I can play old school. Don't really need your system for that. I can just boot up my GameCube or other ways to play the games. But anyway, and rock out. But anyway, the Direct was good. They showed Game Chat like it was this groundbreaking thing. Game Chat has been around forever on other consoles. You're just getting Game Chat. You know, they got to take the L for that little choppy game screen that was running at least 6 frames or 1 frame in the bottom. I hope you guys fixed that. So, wasn't too in awe about that. They're down from an OLED screen to an LCD screen. I am not happy about that, but the screen did look good off screen. An OLED to get that real pop, those inky blacks, and especially on a small screen like that, OLED would have been fantastic. So they went bigger with the screen. They've added the HDR. It's a veritable rate screen and so forth. But for premium price, for what they're charging for the Nintendo Switch 2, $450. And who knows right now what it's going to cost, because they pulled it back with the tariff, using the tariffs as an excuse possibly to raise the price, or the retailer will raise the price with the excuse of the tariffs. They've already calculated that all in before they brought this out. So I don't know why they're doing this now. Maybe this is a way to cause more controversy around it. You know what they say nowadays. Attention, economy. So good or bad, attention is good in the long run. But I don't know if that stands in the case of the Nintendo Switch 2, because there is an outcry of core Nintendo family that they love Nintendo and they are outraged about this, and they may speak with their wallets if this gets out of control. It is already out of control, as a matter of fact, if it gets more out of control. But all in all, I've liked what I've seen with the Nintendo Switch 2, and I like the games. Now, let's talk about game prices. Whoa, 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 you're going to have to give a liver, a heart, an eyeball, 2 scrotums, and an anus to afford this. Let's see. Mario Kart World is priced at $80. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, $80. Breath of the Wild, probably $80. Kirby, $80. Pokemon, $80. Metroid Prime, $70. And Donkey Kong, $70. And we have no price tag for the Dust Bloods. Hopefully that's 60 or 70. Be good to us, From Software. Be good to us, please. But that's astronomical. And then you are compounding it with the price of the unit that is $450 with a step back in the LCD screen. And it also costs more than the OLED. I don't know about that, but I can work with the $450 of the price of the hardware. That's, that's streamlined, I guess, but you're on par with PlayStation 5 prices. You're on par with Xbox Series X prices, but you don't have the power of those systems. So that's crazy to me. But you can bring this on the go, so I guess we can offset it that way. Play your games anywhere. Alright, I'll give them a break on that. But I cannot give you a break, Nintendo. The customers, the fans, the casuals cannot give you a break on the price of these games. You're not consumer friendly. Straight up. Now, you're pretty confident, Nintendo, that it's going to sell. It probably is. But I can guarantee you that you will and are going to take a hit on sales. Hypothetically, you would have sold 5 million units or and more if you priced it reasonable, but now you'll probably knock it down to about 4 million. Now, money's money, I guess, but if you price your product correctly, more people will buy it. Why will this impact you? Games! I'm a physical collector. I actually planned on being a physical collector for the Nintendo Switch 2, and that plan just went out the window. There's people that buy good games and they buy bad games if it's priced right. But now people have to be very selective now. They just can't get a game and buy it now from $70 to $90 just to try a game. They have to be pretty concrete sure about what they're buying now. So that's going to reduce the amount of games that people are going to buy. If somebody could afford 2 games a month, now they can only afford 1 game a month. Or maybe they can't afford no games a month. Now they have to rent it or borrow it from a friend. And with games at this price, I doubt the friends are going to loan their games out. So you got to really reconsider the price of these games. You have to really reconsider the price. And then to compound on top of that, you're talking about some of these games on the cartridge are not going to have the actual game. It's just going to be a key. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Absolutely absurd. I'm not buying and paying more money for a case that is just a key to put it in the system to actually download the actual full game or some of the game. Absolutely ridiculous. Patches I can live with. If you need to download a patch, that's fine. That happens nowadays. We have that ability to patch games up. But please, we need the games, all games, on the disc. Physically, if you are charging those astronomical prices, they have to be on the disc. No questions asked. But the games look fantastic. So, am I going to buy it? I was so hyped for this system, but at this very moment, I don't even care if I don't get one at launch. I was going to run to the mountaintop. I was going to say my prayers. I was going to meditate so I can get one on a pre-order. But now I don't even care. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'll wait. It is what it is. So, and a lot of people feel like that right now, Nintendo. Listen, do what's right by the customers. I know you're money hungry. I know you're greedy. Everybody loves money. I know. But Nintendo, lower the prices on the games. Take a little hit on the games. Just a little bit. Economy's rough. People are out here making life decisions. Whether they're going to buy medication or food. They don't know if they're going to be on the street tomorrow. They just need a little bit of entertainment in their life. Nintendo, please. Don't open the floodgates for a new price hike on games and hardware. I'm leaving it at that. If you agree, if you disagree, let it be known in the comments. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Resident Horror, signing out.